Hello there, YouTube. Samuel Larson here. And this video will be about how do you research and kind of like ethically spy on your competition and especially their Shopify stores. Now, I actually wanted to start this video with a very quick story about a crazy man in Brazil who he was found like measuring these aisleways in a department store, and they thought he was crazy. So they just put him to jail and like figured out what do we do to this crazy American here. And yeah, eventually some people came and convinced the police to let him go. And the story has a happy ending. But who was this crazy man, and why was he measuring these random Brazilian aisleways in like some weird department store in Brazil? Well, that gentleman, if you haven't heard the story, is Sam Walton, once the richest man in the world and the founder of Walmart. So he said he just wanted to find out whether these Brazilians knew something that he didn't know. Isn't that interesting? Because like this guy is on top of his game. He's probably the most knowledgeable when it comes to retail in the world at that time. Yet he was humble enough to research Brazilian department stores. They were probably like way behind him. But like he was always humble enough to like get on his knees and do the hard work himself, because he knew like he was thinking on such a high level that he couldn't just delegate that job. So this is what this video is about. But rather than having to do that legwork in the 80s, we can actually do it online now and have a research session that is really fast and also very effective. So I'm going to share with you many tools that you can do and use to get a lot better of an idea of what your competitors are doing and how you might improve on that. And perhaps you will find a couple of things that they are doing that you are not doing that you can then on and learn from. So let's get started. All right, so for this, I'm going to use Google Chrome because that's what most people use these days. You can do the same thing in Mozilla, it's almost the same, or Safari, almost the same as well. But first of all, we will find stores that are in our niche. So you can use Google for that. You can Google your products if you're drop shipping, for example, or your competitors' products and see which stores are selling those. And then you would just open a bunch of them up and find out, first of all, find out which platforms they are selling on. So I'm going to show you how to find out the three most common platforms. They are Shopify, Magento, and WooCommerce. Okay, so first of all, we have a Shopify store here. And the way you will find this out, there's a couple of different ways. Let me teach you both of them. So first of all, you can go to your browser and see, just Google build with. You will get to this site, and then you will obviously copy your competitor's URL here and just press lookup. It's on the front page. And what we are interested in is the e-commerce section here. So you have to scroll out a little bit. Now this particular one is using Shopify, as we can see. And it also gives you a little bit of different things here. We can, for example, see that they're using Google Analytics, Klaviyo. They have Facebook traffic set on. They're using Hotjar. So this is a good way to even get a little bit deeper here. And you can check out this site yourself and what they offer. Now, the second way to find out what your site is built with is to actually go to the source code And this way you don't have to actually leave the site. So you will just go to view page source. And if you're suspecting that it is built with Shopify, you will just try it out. Okay, Shopify, we search it, 86 things came up. So it definitely has something to do with Shopify. And seems like it's built with that. And you can do this with every single different platform. So all the popular ones. So this one, for example, let's view page source. So if you're suspecting it's Shopify site, Googling Shopify here or searching, no matches. Okay, maybe it's a Magento site. Okay, Magento, 45 matches. And yeah, we have an idea of what platform they're on. See, it's full on Magento here on the source code. All right, there's also a third one here. So this is my site. So let's view page source. And this works for WordPress as well. So if we do WordPress, we're finding I'm using WordPress 4.5.4 right now. And there's 3 matches here. Now, if you want to find out my WordPress theme, you would just go to what VP theme is that. So it is what VP theme is that.com. Then you would just copy this. And this way you can find out what WordPress theme I'm using and also my plugins. So I'm using Optimize VP and using a few different plugins right now. But this is mainly a Shopify video, so let's get back to the Shopify. And a neat thing with Shopify is that oftentimes you can see the theme in the source file. So you just go and click on a couple times. Here you get shopify.theme. And we can see that the theme name is Bold Retina. And they probably updated on this day. Okay, so this is the theme name that we are seeing here. Now, if we wanted to copy the same theme, we will just Google it, and we could buy the theme from here. So here is a Retina theme. You can click on buy theme, and if you really like it, you can start with the same theme. Now, let's get into the store. So if there's a newsletter option, I would always sign up for all of your competitors' newsletters. This way, you get an idea of their positioning. They're probably having and using things that work for them, or maybe they have tested something. So you can get an insider knowledge through that. And in general, see like if they have offers or they're running campaigns or something like that, you are going to get the first knowledge on that as well. So that's really good. But what I wanted to show you is how to find your competitors' bestsellers. And for this, we need to go to the collections page. So I'm just using this Natural Heroes NL and /collections. Now they have made it easy for me. They have best-selling products here. So these are the products that people are buying. That's a very useful information. And this is of course all well and good, but this is not actually automatically selected. So these are still a collection of best-selling products that the store owner has selected himself. So there's a nice little trick here that we can use. So instead of going manually, we can just click and add this to the URL. So /collections and exactly written like this. Here we get their products sorted by actual bestsellers. And by this, we get to worst sellers as well, because so we can go to the end of the page and see which products are not actually selling. So gift cards aren't doing too well for this site, for example. Now, this is a bit tricky because these products might just be new. So don't trust it completely. But if you get an idea of that, like usually you can trust the bestsellers at least. So this is the way you write it. Collections all question mark short underscore by equals best selling. So that's a good little trick there. Also, I notice here the site is offering reviews. So go ahead and use these reviews. They're also here for everybody to read. So you get an idea of exactly what their customers are saying about the product. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is very valuable information. You get an idea of exactly what they like about it and what they don't like about it. Now, if you do that with all of your products, you can actually like change the text of your products, the copy to so to say, to match these things that they like about it. And let's say you want to combat product returns, you will notice some of the bad sites as well. So if they are returning it for one reason, you might want to like start battling that reason a little bit. So make sure you use that information as well. It's so available. All you need to do is grab it. Now for our next little spy, let's go to page source again. And what we can do is just search for Facebook. Okay, so we see like Facebook pixel here. So this means they are almost certainly running ads because they are doing retargeting, or at least like that's what the pixel is for most of the time. All right, so that's interesting. Now, what I would love to do is just see their ads and like see how they're doing. And for that, an easy thing is to go for their Facebook page. And they almost certainly will have their Facebook ads here as well. So we go to home and oh, here we see the offer has ended, but there is their website copy, or the ad copy is here. It's in Dutch, I think, but however, doesn't make much difference. We can still see what kind of a picture they're using and what kind of an engagement they are getting. So if we actually go and like look at all of this, we see what kind of an ad is working the best. So just see everything here and see what's getting likes, what's getting loves. This seems to do pretty well. So maybe that's a tip off, but you get an idea of what the target market appreciates and likes. Now that's mainly it. I would also spy on Instagram a little bit and get a similar idea from there. But one thing you can do on top of all these tips that I'm not going to do on this video is just check out their shipping times from the checkout and get an idea of whether they are doing their own shipping. So if it's a short ship timer, then most likely they are not a drop shipper. You can also see if they have a retail location from their site. And that means they're more likely to have their own products and be kind of like a serious contender. Also, you want to see whether they have a solid strategy in place. So if they, for example, don't have a Facebook pixel at all, or if you can see serious mistakes on this page, maybe I will discount them as a competitor quite a bit. And also you want to see what kind of an abandoned cart emails sequence they have. So if that is lacking, that's also a weakness that you might want to do better. So this way you can easily find holes in your competitors' games and do things better, which is about what business is really all about. So be better than the others and you will win. All right. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this helpful, I really appreciate all the likes and comments that you give me. And subscribe for great informational videos such as these ones. More are coming, I promise. And yeah, thank you for watching and go ahead and implement some of these changes. Goodbye.